I had to extend it when my waist got wider. But you wear this around your waist. The shells help to absorb a lot of the shock of the pain, and wearing this daily underneath your waist, it's actually quite sexy. Males like, you know, when males are unraveling you out of your clothing, they always find it really fascinating when you have this around your waist. It's quite sexy to wear. And if you go to the beach, it's kind of cool to wear this on your waist. This is great. This absorbs any of the negativity in your womb. It'll help clear some of those demonic entities. They don't like this. Demons and parasites don't like alkalinity, meaning you're alkalining your body by building it up with green foods, detoxing. They don't like that, and they don't like healthy women. So good way to tell if you have a parasite in your life is to love you and be healthy. Now, I always suggest that you go and get a massage. I know for those who are having issues with finances. Okay, if you can't go and get a massage at least once a month, I would suggest you invest in getting a massage chair or something on your bed that you can kind of self-massage yourself. Or if you have a mate that's non-parasitic, you don't want a mate that's parasitic massaging you. It kind of defeats the purpose, because then you'll say, I'll keep them around to massage me. No, I would suggest getting a massage once a month. Do Eastern massage or stone massage to collect some of that negativity. Also releases some of the dead space in you that has not been moved. Massage is a great form of self-love, and as you are starting to build self-love, you will find that as inside, you will manifest on the outside. If you're looking in the mirror and you see your hair is messy, right? Like, so I'm looking, my hair is messy. So do I fix this? No. I fix my hair here. And then my reflection displays the fixed hair, okay? It's the same in life. You fix you, and everything outside of you will be a reflection of the healthy you, okay? And again, for those transitioning from meat to a vegetarian or vegan base, I always suggest that I had the other video talking about, you know, the vegan movement, but also I think it's very healthy. In order to raise vibration, you cannot be consuming flesh of animals that have been restricted, abused, and then murdered. That vibration goes into you. How that animal died will stay inside of you, especially in the blood. Blood carries frequency of fear and so on. That's why in certain cultures like halal meat, which the Muslims consume, or kosher meat, which the Jewish people consume, the animal is slayed silently. Their neck is slit. It's considered a religious type of slaying, and they kind of feel like they're falling asleep. So there's no trauma, and usually the animals are treated better. I'm an animal person. I don't believe you can murder, cohesively, but as I've had people in my family who do still consume flesh, if there's flesh bought, I make it a point to engage and purchase things out of the kosher and halal sectors, just because it's a healthier sense and everything's bled out, so that you don't have the frequency of fear and flight inside of that blood. That's what causes the negativity. So I would suggest you kind of transition off of meat to a more cohesive, healthier system. Now, not everybody should do that. Melanated people, most of us come from systems where we did not consume flesh like that, at least not regularly. So by consuming flesh, you're also taking on a lot of negative frequency that holds and locks in your system. It's hard to release that. So, and for all those who think eating chicken is better than eating pork, you're confused. I will say, because I'm an animal-friendly person and I've been on farms and I actually lived on a farm, that pigs and chicken are just as parasitic. Pigs carry a large amount of parasites, worms, and especially the kind of worms that don't get killed with heat. Chickens are, if not worse. Their parasites, their worms, are way the same or worse than pigs. For those thinking that consuming chicken is better than consuming pork, you're confused. It's all the same. If you're going to do one, you might as well do the other, because it's the same thing. The only difference is that pigs are known to be hybrid with human DNA. Those pink pigs that you see are unnatural. They're created, GMO'd. You already know that. If you don't, I'm sharing that with you. That's fact. You can research that yourself. And chickens, the white chickens with the red eyes, those are genetically modified. They don't exist in nature. When I went to Hawaii and stayed for a while in Kauai, if you want to go to a cool place in Kauai, they have chickens roaming freely all over. It's beautiful. They come in the morning to your resort and you feed them and their babies. And they're brown. They're brown chickens and they look natural. They're not been hybrid, and that's where you get brown eggs from. Brown eggs come from brown chickens. White eggs come from those own natural GMO chickens. So if you want to change gradually to a healthier system, stop messing with things that are genetically modified, like white eggs. If you're going to be a vegetarian and you just want to do eating no fleshes with still dairy and eggs, then go with anything brown. Brown eggs are better than the white eggs. Those chickens are unnatural. And if you're consuming those chickens, you might as well. A lot of colds and viruses come from those chickens. Okay. A lot of your colds and viruses, they tell you give chicken soup, but that's where chickens and birds give you flu, colds. They build up, and a lot of dairy builds up the mucus. And for those who want to start drinking milks that are non-dairy, my fan is Good Karma. I love a milk called Good Karma. I wish I had a carton. I don't have it in here. Good Karma is a great non-dairy. It's made with flaxseed. Oh, it's so yummy. My little people love it, and I enjoy it. I would say almonds. Almonds, you got to be careful with. Too much of it can bother you. Also, they add carrageenan to a lot of almond milk, which is a carcinogen. I'm not a fan of it, but if you're transitioning, almond milk is yummy. Most people are doing it. You do it for a little bit of time, but try to get almond milk that is carrageenan free, or make your own, okay, with milk stacks and all that stuff. And you can get videos online doing that. That's my suggestion. Stay away from rice milk because rice has arsenic, okay, low doses of arsenic. Not a lot, but if you drink it every day, you're getting a lot of doses of arsenic. Also, I love seaweed. I get this from Trader Joe's, actually. I love seaweed. This is my staple. This is great for your thyroid, for women who are having issues with thyroid. You get your iodine this way. It's yummy. Now, people are concerned about the radiation and all the dumping in the ocean. Now, this is when I'll make a promotion to Dr. Delbert Blair, who was my metaphysical master teacher. I wish him well. He's sick right now. But I bought this like 5 years ago. You're like, what is that? I wait for it? No. This is called, I know the label's gone. It's called the Transmutation board. You put everything on this and it pulls all the negative ions out of it and radiation. A lot of people put their bags of groceries on here. I put my seaweed on here to pull out anything that's negative. I put my water even after I filter it on this. This is my staple. I paid like $65 for this years ago. And it works because I don't know if you can get any more from MetaCenter online, Dr. Delbert Blair, but after the Fukushima happened in Japan, all the Japanese were buying these. That's how you know it works. They bought them all out. I don't even know if you can get any more, but if you can, go to the MetaCenter too and get yourself a transmutation board. I put people's, my ex was a smoker. See, I got rid of my parasitic mate, but he was a smoker, and I used to put his cigarettes on here. I put people's alcohol in here, and they totally say they don't understand why they're not tasting anything. It tastes different. Any medications or anything I put on here, even if if someone's taking medication and stuff, I always put on here just to transmute it. I put everything on here regardless. If I have a headache, sometimes I actually put it underneath me. He has actually mattresses and stuff like that have the same material. I've used this for years. I want to get another one because I use it so much. I want to travel with this, and I want a traveling one. Get a transmutation board. It's $60. If you can't afford it, don't do it now, but it's wonderful to have. He has sold this, and it was a gift from the gods. And again, the Fukushima Japanese have bought these all up. They were buying them by the droves. That's how you know it works. He does studies for years, and he's found the best things. What else? I think that's it. And, for those who are trying to be healthy, I know I'm giving you everything. I use Vita Spelt. I don't use any white flour for anything. I use Spelt for everything for myself. Now, for those who are suffering from thyroid issues, this Spelt has a little more estrogen mimicker, but Spelt is a wonderful heirloom grain, meaning it is a grain that our ancestors consumed. It is better for you than using staple white whole wheat flour. It is something your body recognizes, and you don't get that itis, that feeling after you make something with these. I use this as my staple. It's very expensive now. This is $15 for this, and I'm sorry to tell you, it wasn't like that when I first started going into Spelt and going into heirloom grains. This was very affordable. If you have any places, sometimes you could buy them. And what are those bins? Those bin things where you can dispose of your own goods yourself. I was just doing that with Spell. I like the white Spell because it tastes just like white stuff, and my little people love this. I make pancakes, waffles. I, you know, sometimes if I bake any cakes or anything or cookies, I make it with my Spell. So this lasts me a while. It's $15 for this. I know you'll be like, that's crazy, but if you know what it does for your body and how helpful it is to eat things with this kind of grain, white flour that's spelt, as opposed to white wheat flour. Wheat flour causes all kinds of issues, and that's why you guys all have like celiac disease, you know, all kinds of things. And you know, I don't promote anything, but I love this incense. Who's this by? I don't even know. Anyway, I've used this for years to clear my house. A lot of demons don't like this. Demonic people who come to my home, they have an issue with this smell. So I'm promoting it because it works. It is a demon, a demon expeller. I don't know. It works. Who makes this? I can't even. Fluxo incense, Sa Flora. Can you see that? I would suggest if you can get this anywhere at like a metaphysical store or one of those mystical stores, get it. It's a great incense to clear your house and space, like sage, but it's different. It expels demons and lower entities. They don't like this scent. I tell her it's great for me. So I just want to put that out there. And again, we talked about organized keeping. Don't sleep next to your electronics. If you have cell phones and so on, get another alarm. What it does is those low ELF waves they put through the electronics would mess with your thyroid, also mess with your brain, gives you a lot of headaches. They're pumping it out now because we're at a time of change. And, you know, my crystal, my selenite, I use these as muters. And I have another board. Delbert Blair also sells like these diode things that you put on your phone and your electronics. Helps to mute the low ELF waves they're pumping through. So I think I've gotten everything. You're clearing out negative entities. Negative, especially negative males, my sisters. You're cleaning your yoni. You're gonna birth your egg and get rid of all the negative STDs, sexually transmitted demons, and start engaging in the world that way. These things will allow you to build your self-esteem, to help you to, along with the exercise. I love dancing. You guys know that's what I love to do. I'm a big salsa, bachata, merengue dancer. I love zouk. You know, I'm a Caribbean girl. I'm, you know, calypso, and I dance for Carnival every year. Well, last year I did. I'll dance for it hopefully this year. But dancing, things that bring you joy. You're going to have to start. 2016 should be the self-love moment. Don't give to anyone else more than you can give to yourself, even your children. That's why when you get on a plane, they say to yourself, who puts the mask on when that oxygen mask come off? They tell the mother to put the mask on herself first. Why? Before a child? Why? It's because you cannot save that baby if you're not even alive yourself. So start doing you, my sea stars. I love you. I think you're beautiful. I think you're perfect the way you are. Chocolate, brown, tan, cream, white, yellow, red. I think you're all beautiful, and I think you're perfect the way you are, and the divine energies are coming in to assist you. As long as you're doing everything and showing love to yourself, you will be highly assisted. But you're going to have to take steps and to release those that are not servicing your highest purpose. And don't do it in a way that's malicious or mean. I mean, there's no reason to be like, I can't deal with you anymore because you're negative. You don't do that to anyone, because remember, you're working on yourself too. And people who are behaving certain ways, it's probably a way that you've behaved before or may be doing right now. And I speak from, you know, self-experience. I've had males in my life that are challenging, parasitic, and you know, I don't care how wonderfully sexually some of these males may be, if he's not dedicated to you solely and showing you aspects of love that you feel about that you should feel about yourself, back away, retreat, you know, throw them back in the ocean and wait for something better and bigger. Okay, so I hope this video was helpful. I'll make another video, but I want you, wonderful, divine goddesses, to find yourself again. I want you to come back home. now the energies will support us. We are now out of home court advantage of the patriarchal system, and this is a wonderful time for us. So